Good morning. We're just 3 days away from an exciting debate featuring the top 3 candidates in the congressional special election. We wrap up our preview this morning with City Councilman Charles Djou. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lisa. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. Let's get right down to it.
Okay.
You're a Republican. Our state is heavily Democratic. How are you going to effectively represent Hawaii and Washington?
The same way I've effectively represented my constituents in the State House and the Honolulu City Council, by making sure that my top priority is always my constituents. And if I'm blessed to represent the people of Hawaii, my first priority, my top priority will always be Hawaii.
The Civil Unions Bill just passed over the state legislature. It's attracting national attention. Where do you stand on this controversial issue? I
would have voted no on House Bill 444. I believe the voters of Hawaii have spoken very clearly in support of traditional marriage, and I'm a little disappointed that the Hawaii State Legislature decided to ignore the will of Hawaii's voters on this issue.
And in terms of don't ask, don't tell with the gays in the military, how do you feel on that?
That particular policy, I think, has been a failed policy, and I take that position from personal experience as an officer in the United States Army Reserve, and I think it should be repealed.
All right, in this close race, there have been resources coming from the mainland that have both hurt as well as helped you. How do you feel about the outside participation, the involvement in this race?
You know, Lisa, I don't mind if people from the mainland want to come in. This is obviously a national race. It's attracting a lot of national attention. I think where I have a problem, where I draw the line, is when you have outside resources that come in and flat out lie to the people of Hawaii. That's where it's improper, and unfortunately that's all coming from the side of supporters of my two political opponents.
Well, you do have some of your own ads that sort of point out some of the unflattering points about both of your opponents as well, though.
Well, pointing out unflattering things is one thing, but flat out lying to the people of Hawaii is something entirely different. And I think misrepresenting the facts is something that shouldn't be accepted in any political campaign, and it's something that I firmly stand in opposition to, and I'm a little disappointed that both Ed and Colleen are satisfied with.
Since it looks like it's going to be such a close race, do you think it'll be sort of inevitable that things might get a bit ugly in the final stretch of the race? Well, this is politics, right?
Well, at least one hopes not. But again, you know, I'm focusing on a positive message. My campaign is built on a very simple theme, that I understand every single dollar the government spends comes from a family like yours. And I think that we need a better and richer understanding of that in the United States Congress. We need to change the direction of our nation, and I think my candidacy will do exactly that.
Well, it's been a long time since urban Honolulu voters have sent a Republican to Congress, though. What makes you think they're ready for such a change?
Well, I think what's going on here is the direction Congress is taking our nation is completely wrong, and we need some major changes. We cannot continue this mentality of spend, spend, and spend some more. I believe it is far more important to elect a congressman who wants to hold down your taxes and let you keep more of your money than elect a member of Congress who wants to spend all of your money. And I also like to point out here, you know, the chairman of my campaign is Patricia Saiki, who was Neil Abercrombie's immediate predecessor in the U.S. Congress. So this is a very winnable race, but of course it is ultimately up to the judgment of the voters of Hawaii. And I also want to point out here 3 major candidates. I'm the only one who's actually going to vote in this upcoming election, and that's something I ask all your viewers to consider.
Well, we actually have a lot more questions for you, but we are out of time. But thank you for joining us this morning.
Look forward to the debate in a few days.
That's right. We're going to be asking them all at the debate on Monday. Hawaii News Now is proud to present the race for Congress, the special election. It is live, televised campaign 2010. Join us in high definition from the Neil Blaisdell Center on KGMV, KHNL K5, and HawaiiNewsNow.com beginning at 6:30. Lots to look forward to there. Let's go ahead and check in.